does it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I sold that house actually. Yeah, that was a actually private music student, and then I ended up doing a lot of real estate business with her. She sent me a lot of business, and that was her own house. So yeah, yeah, beautiful. Okay, okay. Is there a play button? Okay, because mine shows a blurred out picture, but there's a play button. Yeah. Oh, interesting. It shows that I'm live, so let's see. Why is this being obnoxious?
Daddy,
What, kiddo?
made a triangle.
You made a triangle? No way.
In the garage door.
In the garage door?
Want me to go look at it?
Not right now, kiddo. Daddy's working.
I just gotta look at it.
Share the permalink. Okay, here. Maybe I'll send you the permalink, and maybe that'll work.
Oh wow, how's that 45-second latency?
Yeah. Wow.
Let's mute that. I heard your audio.
Cool.
I just heard your audio. Let's see if I see some video here. Hold on, let me close some things out here. Now let's page. Close that. Close that. Okay. I see you. You're wearing a purple hat.
Sweet. Blue hat, but yeah, that's sweet.
All right, very good. The lighting, it's the computer. But at least that's you.
Yes. Do you see me waving, or is it still?
No, the latency is so bad you're just blowing your nose.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
This will be weird.
Yes.
Maybe I won't even watch you.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Probably better not to.
That's just gonna be a real mind job.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see here. Okay, so I'm gonna start. Why is this disabled? Dang it. Q&A. Okay. So should I tell you first, and then we'll officially start, or do you? Oh, here we go. Here, I can. Let's see if you can see my chat window. You see that? Group chat on the right-hand side of your screen. Okay. Okay, no problem, no problem. All right, well then, yeah, so I guess the top questions are, let me just pull my email real quick and I'll send it to you real quick. Just kind of a breakdown of what I think are the most common / most important, and then you can add your own or, you know, do whatever comes natural. So yeah, like integration, Infusionsoft / if I already have an autoresponder. Do I get the, yeah. I teach school, so I will be going in about that time. Yeah, and so I'll just send you these ones. I think from these, you'll have enough stuff to get the ball rolling, you know. Like you said, doesn't have to be forever. If we just do 10, 15 minutes, that should be pretty solid. All right, so I just emailed you a few questions. Nice. Cool. Yeah, let me think of a real quick thing with the microphones, how I should do this. I think what I'll do. Oh, I realized something just now. Your calls won't be recorded unless you talk into the thing. That's funny. Well, here's what I'll do. I'll put you on speaker. That'll work. Okay. All right. Can you hear me, Tim?
Yeah, I still hear you.
Okay, perfect. So here's what we will do. Then I will put this right here. And is that? Okay. All right, cool. So talk one more time.
Yep. Check.
Perfect. All right, great. All right, so here we go. Hi, and welcome to the Instant Fan Club Frequently Asked Questions interview. I'm here with Tim Ringgold. Tim, thank you so much for being on the call today. I really appreciate your time and your, I know you've got a lot going on, like a lot of musicians and entrepreneurs. So I really appreciate you taking some time out of your day to ask these questions and to help me out with this.
You're welcome, and thanks for giving me the opportunity, because the more I know about this awesome software, the better I'll be able to use it. And so, it's a win-win.
Totally. So let's get down to business. What kind of things do you have going on right now? What kind of questions do you have about the service?
Okay, so just to start out, just kind of as a quick refresher, in a nutshell, just kind of explain, how does it all work again?
Sure.
What's the idea?
Yeah. So the big idea here is that you're doing a live performance and you're on stage and there's maybe 10, 20, 100, 1,000 people plus in your audience, and you would love to add them all to your mailing list. You'd like to make them fans of yours. And the traditional way to do that would be to go out into the audience afterward with a clipboard and a pen and try to get people to sign up on your email list, right? And or pay somebody else to do that for you. And it's a total hassle. It's a total pain in the neck, waste of time, and it just doesn't work that well. So instead, what if you could be on stage and have everyone in the audience text you at the same time, and have the system automatically text them back and ask them for their name and their email address, and capture those people and add them to your email list automatically. Not only that, but instead of you having to wake up early the next day and write out an email saying, hey, thanks, it was great, having you at my show, the system will send that email out for you, and it will continue to send out emails for you as long as you keep the service. We've already written the emails, we've already created a monthly newsletter, and just for being a part of the Instant Fan Club family, those emails will continue to go out and build a connection for you with those people in your audience. So now you're adding tons of people at the time to your mailing list, and they're being followed up with automatically. So it's basically like having a PR service at your disposal for a fraction of the price. And that's basically what we're doing.
Great. So my first thought as I hear that, which is, boy, that makes things simple. Thank you. When you mentioned that there's a monthly newsletter, I immediately think, oh my gosh, do I have to write a bunch of content every month now?
That's a great question. We've actually already written the newsletters for you, so you don't have to create any of that content. And what is really cool about this is they're not super, the newsletters aren't specific necessarily to exactly what you're doing, but what all the emails and the newsletters do for you is when you register with Instant Fan Club, you're going to put in your unique website, your unique Facebook page, your Twitter account, your Instagram, all those social media sites. You're going to input that information. So when we send these emails and these newsletters out, they're going to be driving your fans to your social sites for you so that you don't have to do it. So you can be just hanging out on Facebook or on Twitter or doing all the things that you're doing anyway. And these emails and these newsletters are going to be driving traffic to those sites for you.
Great. Will I be able to customize the newsletters at all? Let's say I have a show coming up like that.
That's a really great question, and that's probably the biggest question we've been getting lately. Is people say, "Hey, I've got an upcoming show. I really want to promote it. I want to get more people there. How can we do this?" And so one of the services we're adding on is being able to do an upcoming show launch. So let's say you have a show coming up in a week. We can do a text blast and a couple email blasts leading up to the date of your show. Now this would be an added feature, because when we set you up at the beginning, it's all set up for the year. It's not really customizable in the sense of specific emails or specific newsletters, unless you want to, step up and go to the fully customized level. But at the basic level, you can do just a specific launch for, let's say, a CD release party or an event that you have coming up, a show, and we can set that up for you so it'll automatically blast your people with text messages and emails counting down to that date with the specific details you want to include for your show.
Super cool. Like where they can buy tickets?
Where they can buy tickets, show details, times, event information, or venue information. All that can be put into the emails, and those we can customize. And if you have a link to where they can buy the tickets, we can put that in there, and we can even track. Yeah, we can even track those kind of things. Who's clicking on what links? So it can get very sophisticated at that level.
Cool. When someone opts in, let's say I'm on stage and I say, hey, if you'd like a free song or something like that. Let's say I'm offering a free song for people to join my list. Let's just walk through that process so I can visualize it. So they're in the crowd and they type in a keyword to a phone number, right?
Yep.
In their message app, and they'll get a response that says, "Congratulations, what? You're opting in, or you're signing up for, in this case, Tim Ringgold, to get his song," and then type yes to confirm? How does that work?
That's a really, really good question. So the general flow of this whole process is, and for those that are watching the video, you'll be able to see this information. If you're listening on podcast or on an MP3, you just kind of have to visualize this. But the first thing that happens is you send someone in the audience. Let's say, a super fan Fred is in the audience. He texts in your keyword. Let's say it's Tim, and text Tim to the phone number. Now he'll get a text message back right away that says, "Hey, this is Tim. Thanks for texting me. What's your name?" And you say, "Oh, I'm Fred." You say, "Fred, that's great. What's your email, Fred? I'd like to send you a free song." And Fred sends, "Oh, my email is fred@gmail.com. Then the system will send back another text. "Hey, Fred, thanks so much for sending your email. Here's a link to your free MP3, and check your email for some more cool stuff." So now there's going to be a text message that has a link in it to your free MP3. And if Fred clicks on that link, if he's got a smartphone, he can click on that link and go directly to that page. And we'll be able to track whether Fred clicked on that link or not. We'll be able to see that. Now, the other cool thing is, let's say Fred's on a dumb phone. He doesn't have a smartphone. He's kind of an old timer. So he'll get that text message, but it won't have a link that works. But that's okay, because you got his email address. So now the system is going to send an email to Tim. And you can see here on the, if you're looking on the video, you'll see that if he texts in, he's going to get an email that says, "Welcome to Tim's super cool fan club. All you got to do to get the rest of to get the free MP3 and some of this other cool stuff is click on this link." And what that will do, and you'll notice here on the video, I'm sorry for those of you not watching the video, this is a different band. This isn't Tim's site, but we do have a video here. And what happens is that will get them, this is a mini campaign that will try to get them to opt in to the landing page. And this is important because for a couple of reasons. So what happens is when someone texts in, the system will email follow up with them and drive them to your custom landing page. And you don't have to build this landing page. We build this for you. So this is part of where your setup fee goes to. We have real people that are designers, they're web tech guys. They sit here and create a really cool custom landing page just for you. And it looks professional, it looks great. And what happens is it fills in all of your custom stuff. So like your Twitter account, your Facebook account, your Instagram account, all those social sites that you're using, and any free gifts like a free song or a free sticker, anything like that you want to offer. When they get driven to this landing page and they opt into it, that's when it assigns them as your fan, and all the emails and everything that come after will be totally customized for you, Tim the artist, sending it to Fred the fan. So that's what happens there. So I'll just kind of recap that real quick. So Fred texts into you at the show. You, Tim, are done. You don't have to do anything at this point, because the system's going to send him text message with the link, and it's going to send him emails with the link, and it's going to do the rest. And that's it. I hope I didn't overcomplicate that too much.
No, that's amazing. So he will get, he can either download my song from his phone, or he can download it from his computer later when he opens up the email. When he opens up that email, it'll take him to a custom landing page that you guys build for me, where and I missed this part, does he once again opt in on that landing page, or on that landing page that's where he goes to get the good? I missed that.
Yeah, really, really good question. This is the part where, depending on how much of your musicianship or your artistry you have set up, because we have one band or one artist who doesn't have a Facebook page, doesn't have all these things yet. They're just kind of starting to really go for it, And for that person, it's just the free song, you know. They don't have the Facebook page and that stuff to attach to the fan yet, but it's okay because he's getting started. He can start capturing those leads now, and then as he gets the Facebook page and he gets the website and all those things, we can go back and hit those people up later and say, hey, look, now you know he's got a web page to check out. So for if you're already rocking and rolling, like you already have your website, you already have some free songs to give out, you have that stuff, we want to get them to that landing page, because the landing page is what's going to put them into the full sequence. And full sequence is, for those watching the video can see, these are all emails. So the first email, once they opt in through the landing page, is going to be a welcome email. Then the next day, it's going to be a Twitter email to drive people to your Twitter account. And then the third day is a Facebook email. So we've got literally a year of emails scheduled that are going to go out on your behalf. And that's the key of getting people to opt into that landing page. Now, if they don't opt into that landing page, let's say somebody texts in, they have the conversation, they get the free MP3, but then they don't go through and do the landing page. They will get 3 emails trying to drive them to that landing page. After the third one, it'll say, hey, you know, I guess you're just really busy or whatever. I'm not going to bother you anymore, but maybe I'll be in touch down the road. And we'll be able to see how many people kind of slip through the cracks at that point. They don't opt in. And we can always hit them up too later with a special offer like, hey, I've got this new song or I've got this new thing coming out and I really like to keep in touch with you. Would you please just confirm here that it's okay to keep in contact? And then that'll get them to opt in again at that point.
Nice.
Yeah.
Great. What if I have a CD that I want to sell to them? Like, I don't want to sell them at the show, but I want to give them one song, but then maybe, let's say, once they click to pick up that song, I want to sell them my CD right then and there. Is there a way to do that?
Yeah, so this is where it starts getting really exciting. Let's say you have an album or you have merchandise and you want to start, you know, you're building your fan base, you want to sell merchandise, right? That's going to be, for a lot of artists and musicians, that's a whole nother cash flow stream, right?
Yep.
So we have built into the main funnel an opportunity to put links to your product page, your shopping cart, if you have that set up. You know, some folks like yourself are a little more advanced. They already have that kind of stuff set up. You're already able to sell stuff online. That makes it really, really easy. We just plug a link. When you do your registration page, you just plug the link in to that CD or to that, you know, t-shirt or whatever it is you want to sell, and the system will send out an email with that. Now, if you're doing like a launch, an album launch or a product launch, and you want to get some more traffic to it and really hype it up, we can do a specific launch building up to that date, like your launch date or your album release date. And that would be in addition to your already running sequence that's always kind of going on behind the scenes.
Gotcha. Cool. What if I already have an autoresponder?
Yeah, a lot of people that have figured out that this is really the key to taking your music business to the next level already have some autoresponders or already kind of messing with them or, you know, doing research into them, right? Because this is really it, guys. For a lot of people that aren't in the marketing world, you know, a lot of us artists and bands that are just trying to figure out the business side of it. This autoresponder concept is huge. And so if you have the autoresponder and you're trying to figure out how to get the text messages going, being able to capture your audience using the text messages, there's different ways to go about it. The service that we use is a company called Fix Your Funnel, and it's actually, you know, I know the owners personally, a really good company. It's not cheap. It's something that I invest in because, you know, because of just the way this is all kind of come together. And there are other ways to do it, and you can try to cut corners. You could try to figure it out on your own. And, you know, maybe that's good for you. Maybe you're good at this kind of stuff. You like doing that. That's great. If you don't, depending on the kind of autoresponder you have, most of the time our service won't sync directly with it. But here's what we do. What we've been able to do, like for Ti Amo, for example, Tiamo, for those of you who don't know, is a very successful musician, plays for thousands of people at a time, and he's already got his own autoresponder set up. So what we did for him was he has a landing page of his own with a free song offer. So what we did was set up our text messaging service to drive people to his own landing page. And that way people are opting in directly to his autoresponder. Now we still have records of all those people that text in on our side, and in case somebody doesn't finish filling out the form or whatever, we can still market to them later to try to get them to opt in. But the beauty of it is that people can opt in directly to his already existing autoresponder.
That's great.
Yep.
So I get it, and then his will take over from there.
Yep.
And it's a nice clean handoff.
Totally.
And then tell me a little bit about the platform you are using to manage this. It's Infusionsoft, right? Which, as I understand, is one of the premier pieces of software to manage all of this. How does Infusionsoft integrate? What is it? How do I? What should I know about Infusionsoft?
Goodbye, buddy.
And why you picked Infusionsoft?
Yeah. So Infusionsoft is a CRM, which stands for Customer Relationship Manager or management software. And it is like the Rolls Royce of autoresponders. It's very, very powerful. It's very flexible. It's way too much for a lot of people, to be perfectly honest. If you're just trying to set up some simple autoresponders, you don't need anything like this. You can get away with something much cheaper, much simpler to figure out and run. There's a very big learning curve for this. And a lot of folks that are in business that use this end up paying somebody to do it for them. And people that are Infusionsoft consultants, which I know a lot. So if you do decide to go that route, I'd be happy to set you up with some really good Infusionsoft consultants. But if you're trying to do it on your own, it can get a little crazy. And again, I'll share my screen for those of you watching the video, just to kind of see, the back end of this, what this looks like. And so this is just one campaign that we have set up. And you'll notice here at this level, we have multiple ways people can come into the queue, into our autoresponder. They get tagged with different things so we can track how the people come in. Do the fans come in by a QR code or a text in, and or they just signing up for a newsletter. There's a lot of ways to go with this. So it's very powerful. It's kind of expensive. It's on the higher side, but the value comes in with really being able to customize the experience of the people who are your customers, clients, or fans. So because I want to be able to offer my fans a premium experience, not like, oh, I'm going to blast some generic thing that, I just want to be able to know, oh, so-and-so clicked on this link, they must like albums, whereas so-and-so clicked on this live show link, they must like live shows. And then being able to tailor and customize future offers to those people depending on choices that they've made in the past. And that's where you can really build that connection. You can really give people something that's meaningful for them. And then, I can send out postcards through this service to my fans. I can send out brownies if I want to for my top fans. If you really think about this as a music business and you're building a customer base or a fan base that will financially support you creating art or music or doing your live performances, it's worthwhile to invest in that experience for those people. And so for me, having Infusionsoft, being able to send out text messages for an upcoming show is huge, because it reminds people, they've got tons of stuff going on. If you can have text messages, emails coordinated to remind people to come to your show, or that you have an album launch coming up and they can buy it here, and the possibilities are really endless and they're really powerful. And that's what we want to be able to offer for our bands and our customers, is this kind of service. So we've been able to do that and make it affordable for bands that are starting out, for artists that are starting out, and but with room to grow. with people that are both artists and musicians ourselves and marketers, so we can help bridge that gap, the learning curve. You don't have to do it.
Well, I appreciate that, because I know for me, as an artist, the computer stuff is really scary. So I kind of don't want to know it, if you will. And it's one of the, I want to write songs, I want to record songs, I want to play songs live. I want to connect with my fans. I don't want to be sitting in front of a computer learning software. That just sounds ugh. So thank you for being willing to do that work as the hybrid that you are of a musician and online marketer. What haven't I asked that maybe I should have asked that I forgot to ask? Because I feel like I have a really clear picture of how this takes care of, people right away from the stage and down the road throughout the year, staying, top of mind, as well as being able to opt in for additional value adds like the, concert blasts or CD release blasts. Is there anything else that I should know?
Sure, and this is, you're the first person that I'm going to tell this. So let's just keep it between you and let's keep it between you and me for now. But this is the beginning, right? This is the front end. You're out doing shows. You got to build your database. For bands and artists that haven't figured this out yet, I'm going to tell you another secret first before I tell you the other big secret. The first secret is, if you're playing places like bars, clubs, that sort of venue, if you haven't figured it out yet, those kind of venues make money off selling drinks or food in some cases, but usually alcohol is where they make their money. If you do not know how to pull people to the venue, you do not know how to make money for them, and they do not care to pay you for the most part, okay? Now, maybe you can get a couple $100 here or there kind of thing, but if you want to really start adding value to yourself as an artist, you have to be able to pull people to your live events. And that's where this came from, the need for this. And that's great. And once you get that going, and once you get the service and you start building your fan base, you start being able to pull more people, and now you're playing bigger and better venues, and you're getting paid more because you have more people coming in, then we get to something very exciting. So we've already got a great group of artists that we're starting to work with, and we're very, very excited to be able to work with these people. And when we get to the next level, which is we have everybody locked in and we have everybody just building their fan bases, we actually have some really big opportunities that will be coming down the pipeline that we're going to be able to offer to our bands and artists that are part of the InstantFanClub family. And I can't go into too much detail about what that is, but it goes into really being able to help artists develop themselves, their product line, their merchandise line, and be able to reach more and more people and cross-promote with these other artists and bands that are serious about being independent artists and bands and making a good living doing it. So that's as much as I can say right now, but we do have, this is the beginning. So you get in at this level and you start building your fan club, and we want to be a part of your career and helping you boost your career for the rest of your career, and help you get to these next levels by us all working together. So that's it. So I hope that answers your question.
That's been great. This is awesome, dude. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the big keys. Now I don't know what you're talking about. I want to know more, but before the big keys at the end there, all the other things really helped me kind of see the flow of how this software will really help me grow my list of fans, grow my fan base, be able to make offers to my fan base remotely, rather than just at shows. Gosh, I mean, just the implications of like not being so attached or committed to a successful merch booth at a live show.
Yeah.
And, what if your merch page doesn't show? These things are the days of old. Being able to put all this online and automating this really makes it a lot easier for people to support us. And so that's killer. So thanks. This has been great.
Cool. Yeah. Thank you so much, Tim. I appreciate that, and I look forward to working with you. And helping you grow your business, and helping. I know with what you do, you're helping a lot of people. Is there, for people that want to learn more about you and what you do, because you do some really unique, amazing things, is there a place that they can go to learn more about you and what you do?
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. Yeah, they can go to timringold.com, which is TimRingold.com. That's one of my main sites, and find out about me there. And you can always just Google me and watch. There's a lot of me online, including the first TEDx talk on music therapy ever given. So that's up. So that's a great talk to go kind of be introduced to my world. So thanks for that. That's very nice.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. All right. Well, Tim, thank you so much. I know we've spent a good amount of time doing this, so I appreciate your time, and
Sure.
Look forward to being in contact. And I'll keep in touch with you, and we'll be in contact soon.
You bet.
All right. Thank you.